Failure number one, when it's cheap, it's because it's a reason it's cheap. It's a bit stupid. Anyway, so, of course, as an entrepreneur, I'm thinking there's a deal there. So I used to practice and preach to everybody I used to come to know your business, research your business. So I go along on Tuesday morning, meet the management team. I meet the management team, and in my heart, I don't actually believe these people are running this business correctly. But I'm a bit clouded by the number in my head, because I kind of want to do the deal. So my heart's telling me he's not the right guy, but I ignore my instinct. I then go on the Wednesday to meet the accountants with the due diligence, and I spend 1 day on due diligence. Normally I spend 12 weeks. I then go on Thursdays to the bank to negotiate with the bank to buy the business. On the Friday I go to the lawyers and sign the contract. So I buy the business in a week. Mistake number one. You never ever have the business. There was not a business of that scale or size. I was driven by greed. I'll put my hand up because I thought it was cheap. Anyway, buy the business up. So I step in on Monday morning. I'm now running the business, and the business is losing £100,000 a week. And that was cheap. Anyway, so I keep the business for 6 months. I give myself 6 months. Anyway, during that 6-month period, I was £2.6 million. And what happened was, on the last week of the 6th month, we had a shop in Oxford Street that was generating £240,000 a year gross margin, and the rent was £200,000. Anyway, we just had a rent review that week, and the landlord put the rent up to £240,000. So now I'm working for the landlord. And so I've thought, I don't really understand how to fix the problem. So I walk into the shop myself first thing in the morning, and I see the shop's packed, it's really busy, first breakfast trade's really good. I pop back at lunchtime, it's exactly the same. It's jam-packed. So I think, well, I can't get any more customers in, because the shop is the shop, the size is the size, the range is the range. I thought, so I can't get any more customers in. Can I change the range? Can I add different things to the range? The answer is I can't, because brands are very specific. So Benji's cannot be an Eat, and Eat cannot be a Pret. Customers and consumers are very focused on what they buy. So if I now start to get into healthy eating, I'm actually moving away from the Benji's brand, which is cheap and cheerful. If I try and increase the price, I'm entering in a different market, because my consumer comes to me because of price. So if I can't change the range, I can't change the price, I can't get more people in. The only phrase I could think of was, I'm out. So I went back to KPG and said, you can have it. And we gave the business back. And for me, it was probably my largest single loss. But the interesting thing is, in my career, if you'd asked me a question, which investment did I learn the most from, it was Benji. Because to this day, I remember every mistake I made, and I remember all the things that I did wrong. And now, you can imagine the chances of me buying a business without doing my research, without doing my proper due diligence, without understanding the market, I will die first. You wouldn't ever get me to sign the paper. So, good question. Do we have time for one more?
What about my second question?
I'm sorry?
What about my second question?
Not your second question. Okay. Okay, just one more. And then, okay, gentleman at the back there. Can you stand? Because I really like to see it.
Of course.
Thank you.
A happy social enterprise day to you, by the way.
I'm sorry?
Happy social enterprise day.
Thank you.
And to everybody. My name's Alex Hobbs. I'm a social entrepreneur, and I have been for the last 3 years or so. And I've been helping teams of volunteers to develop projects all over the world. And I've done a lot with mentoring, but now I want to invest in them. I think there's so much that can be done, especially for the social entrepreneur. So I've sold up. I'm selling my car if anyone's interested, and let me know at the end. And I've got a one-way ticket to the Far East, and I'm going to help set up a microfinance scheme, microcredit scheme. So my question to you, James, is obviously the who part of an investment is very important. I think I've kind of developed part of my brain that kind of works on some of that. But taking that aside, what are the big red flags when you're looking at investment? What would you say is an instant I'm out? What would stop you from getting invested?
Good. Very good question. And I'm just going to finish on the concept of social entrepreneurship, which is my biggest passion. What makes me say I'm out? For me, me, it's a really simple issue. It's execution. So people come to me with a great idea, and my objective is for them to explain to me not the idea, but how are you going to implement this idea. So 90% of the people who I meet cannot demonstrate to me how they will execute this plan, what will they charge, how they will sell it, how they will deliver it, what are the logistics, do you have a patent, all the basic fundamentals that most people dilute because they're obsessed with the idea. So if you're looking for those dreaded words, I'm out, please avoid the same mistake and make sure you understand how to implement. So let me close on the thing that's probably the most passionate for me personally. And what is it that drives me today? Why am I still doing what I do today? And one of the reasons is I think one of the great beauties of being an entrepreneur is to have the freedom to do what you want to do, is to have the ability to depart your own career, to have the ability to control your own destiny, and also to control your own income. And if you have the opportunity to do that, and you are blessed and God is kind to you, and you are successful, I think entrepreneurs are quite a unique breed of individuals because they have this incredible ability to make things happen, because they are relentless with their passion and their belief. And for me, about 2002, I sold most of my businesses. So I started my business in 85, and by 99 I sold my first company, which was a company called Caan International, which I grew to 147 offices in 30 countries, which was the first business I sold. And then between 99 and 2002, I had 11 other businesses, which I sold them all. And so by 2002, I've got a bit of cash, but I have no job, but that's okay. And I decide that what I want to do is take a gap year. Because I didn't go to school, and I had daughters and everything, going to university. They were talking about travelling the world and having this gap year. And I thought, what about me? I want to do it. Anyway, so I did that, and part of my gap year, I found myself in Pakistan, because I hadn't been born there, and I hadn't been back for 30 years. So I was just curious, what is Pakistan about? So I go there, and I'm absolutely staggered at the level of poverty that exists in those countries. And what really got to me was the lack of education and the lack of importance of education that the country had, to its population. So like a lot of people, what happens is, you see these disasters and you see AIDS and famine and you think, what can I really do? There's 20 million people in this situation. What's my little amount of money going to do? And for the first time I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter. Because I read, funny enough, on the plane going out there, there was an article about a charity that said, changing the life of one person is the same as changing the life of a nation. And I really like that phrase. So I go to Pakistan and I'm in Lahore, fabulous city. And like a lot of these countries, the minute you go outside of the main city, it's just so different. I found myself in this rural village, and I'm looking around, and what I see is literally like these little shacks, and there's a couple of cows and a few goats and a couple of chickens, and I'm standing there. If I came here 100 years ago, what would have been different? Because they haven't moved on at all. To me, the principle is because of education. So as an entrepreneur, I think, you know what, I don't want to do a charity anymore. I don't want to be that kind of philanthropy person. I'd like to do something myself. So I'm going to do it because I'm going to build a school here. I'm going to actually do it myself. So I'm there with my cousin who looks at me and says, James, please. This is what we call puppy love. You've just arrived, you've fallen in love, you want to do something. But this is a third world country. You can't buy land. You can't get planning. How are you going to build this school? Where are you going to get the teachers from? And that's what I love about being an entrepreneur. No matter what the issue is, somehow you've got this crazy belief you can do it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to have a go. So I've got time, I haven't got a job anyway, I'm in my gap year. So I decide, I go, I buy a piece of land, and I come back to the UK, and I get an architect, and we design this most amazing educational institution, fabulous building, 23 classrooms, a library, an IT lab, this huge courtyard, which I fund entirely myself. We've got a facility of 486 children that we educate free of charge. We charge them absolutely nothing. We have minibuses that go and collect the kids in the morning, collect the teachers. And for me, in all the things that I've done, the concept of being that social entrepreneur, to have the ability to do something for somebody else and make a difference. And if I go back over 25 years, that school for me today is probably my greatest achievement, because when I walk into that